All right, we were setting this up before the break. Take a listen to Governor Gavin Newsom during a book tour stop in Atlanta this week. Watch.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
All right, that's getting some criticism from folks like musician Nicki Minaj, who posted on X, quote, his way of bonding with black people is to tell them how stupid he is and that he can't read. Newsom's office telling Fox Digital, quote, first MAGA mocked his dyslexia. Now they're calling him racist for talking about his low SAT scores. This is MAGA manufactured outrage, they say. So let's bring in Noah Rothman, National Review senior writer, and Richard Fowler, Fox News contributor. Good to have both of you with us. And I just want to put into the mix here, this is Senator Tim Scott. He said this on X, black Americans aren't your low bar. We've built empires, created movements, outworked, out-hustled, and outsmarted people like you. Stop using your mediocre academics as a way to patronize communities. It's ridiculous. Richard, you want to take the first look at this situation?
Oh. Thanks for having me, Martha. Listen, I think these comments are tone deaf at best. Now, the thing I question here is we're not really sure if he's talking to a crowd full of African Americans. I mean, yes, it happened in Atlanta. Yes, the moderator is the mayor of Atlanta, Andre Dickens, but there doesn't seem to be any reporting that this is a room full of African Americans. It doesn't take away from the fact that this comment is sort of tone deaf, even though the governor seems to be talking about his own dyslexia. And I do think he misses an opportunity to talk about what Mayor Dickens and other mayors and big city mayors across the country are dealing with on how we retain teachers, how we deal with many of the inequities, and how we deal with the documented bias in standardized testing towards community of color. But I do think we have to sort of dig in and figure out, is this actually a room full of African Americans? And thus, is this worth us throwing Gavin Newsom under the bus for that reason?
All right. Noah, what's your take?
Gavin Newsom seems like he's the sort of politician who reads the stage directions for the benefit of the audience, even though you're supposed to mute that sort of thing. So when he goes around, and we don't know whether that room is full of African Americans or not, but Gavin Newsom has been taking his message to African American radio stations, podcasts, this audience, and he does seem to be targeting black voters, black Democrats in particular, and he's doing so by emphasizing the degree to which he came up relatively poor and impoverished, living on white bread and boxed macaroni, in his words, now describing the degree to which he was not the beneficiary of elite educational systems because he had a learning disability. He's attempting to neutralize, in my view, his biggest liability, which is his obvious elitism. The guy likes finer things. He likes nice wines. He likes big houses. He likes vacations. He's now made no secret of this. Now he's trying to present himself as the everyday man whose trials and troubles are so relatable and universally acknowledged. It is rather contrived. I don't know if it's not going to work, however. He does seem to be pretty well received in that room.
Yeah. What's your reaction to that, Richard?
Well, once again, we don't know if that room is full of African Americans, but I do understand the argument around he's trying to be relatable, and I think he's actually struggling with that, because if the goal here is to be relatable, then I do think you have to talk about the status quo and what's actually being faced in major cities, whether it's Atlanta, whether it's Chicago, whether it's Baltimore. And what is being faced is we've dealt with decades of documented discrimination when it comes to standardized testing, which is why in places like Florida, they've said, we've really got to look at what's wrong with these standardized tests and why is it that certain students perform worse and other students perform better. And I think we have to have a conversation about that outside of Gavin Newsom or outside of a presidential race. But I do think we have to ask ourselves, is this room actually full with African Americans or not? And that doesn't seem to the reporting doesn't seem to match that.
Yeah. Well, now we know what he got on his SATs. I think most people, I conveniently forgot what I got on mine. I don't know about you guys,
Same.
but thank you very much for being
That was a long time ago.
Exactly, Richard.
And those scores are above average for